Good morning. How's everybody doing? Awesome. Welcome to Industry Comes to Wallace State. We're glad you're here today. The first company we have is Colmont Electrical Development, and Jerry Roper is here to talk with y'all today. Thank y'all again, and Jerry, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, good morning, everybody. Just a little bit about myself. My name's Jerry Roper. I'm the technical teams manager for Colmont, so I handle all of our day-to-day operations from service calls to capital construction projects. Colmont is a electrical development firm that was established by Sean McCutcheon in 1996. We in-house, we have electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, PLC programmers. We do mechatronics and CAD, project management, and then we also have electricians, welders, pipe fitters, the whole nine. We're a turnkey company that specializes in retrofits and rebuilds and capital projects. We're located in McCalla, Alabama, so we do a lot of work for the coal mining industry and Tier 1 automotive, so we're in and out of Mercedes and places like that. Our guys will do anything from termination of fiber optics to medium voltage power. So Colmont, you would have the opportunity to put your hands on a wide range of anything electrical. Our shop area, it's divided up into multiple sections. We've got our upper shop is all electrical panel building, testing, refurbishing mine boxes, and those guys there will work on anything from controls and PLCs up to three-phase 14-4. And we also have our lower shop section. We do in-house fabrication. So that's where a lot of our welding and pipe fitting and things like that get taken care of. We also have the largest privately owned powder coating oven in the Southeast. So we do a lot of powder coating and on all of our mining equipment. These are some of the industries we work for. We were really big in pulp and paper and steel. The mining plays a good, we do a lot for those guys as well. We're in and out of the Tier 1 automotive. But for the most part for us, like I said, we're based out of McCalla, but we do a lot of our work within a 4-hour window of our shop. But I also have capital projects that are stretched out for the most part across the Southeast. If anybody would be interested in traveling to work, I've got guys in Florida, Mississippi, and Tennessee right now. Just had guys out in Texas, so you have the ability to, I guess, see different parts of the country while you work at the same time. So, we are at our core an engineering firm, so we do turnkey projects as far as our engineers come up with the drawings, build everything, spec it out, and then my guys would go out and install. So we're on site from start to finish. But at the same time, we also have a service group that does service calls. We get called in to work on any kind of plant issue that's down. So it's never a dull moment at Colmont. It's not the same mundane stuff over and over. This is just some highlights of some of the projects we've done over the last year. This particular project was a $1.5 million plant expansion where we put in a 4160 volt power line, new motor control room, all new breakers, new gear, new everything, duct banks, So we were there from the ground up on this one. Then we also this was a modernization of a chip dump at one of the Georgia Pacific sites. We basically took some equipment that was installed in the 60s and 70s and retrofitted it with all new modern automatic, well, I guess it's semi-automatic drive operations. So instead of it being manual and having to have an operator sit there to run it, as the trucks pull up, it automatically starts to do everything itself. So we find ourselves in positions to where we're taking old stuff and piling on new modern equipment to it, which can be interesting. So it's all right. So this was another GP where we did winder modernization. We took and added control logics and updated all the PLCs and drives for a paper machine winder. We do a lot of retrofits and upgrades. Now we do capital construction where we do new stuff, but most of our work is retrofitting and upgrading older equipment, bringing it into the new age, I guess you'd say. And this is an example of a arc furnace that we put in. Now, the picture on the bottom was the original that was there, and we actually came in since there's no solution to, you can't just go out and buy and replace. Colmont actually built one in-house to replace the existing. As far as I know, there's nobody else around that does anything like that. We do custom automation. We put in robots. We do a lot of this for the automotive in the tier 1. So we're in, like say, a Mercedes or something like that. We do the conveyors and the testing and visual inspections and basically anything from start to finish. This is some of our in-house testing equipment for drives. So whenever we go in and upgrade drive systems, we have motors in-house where we can put in all the drive parameters and hook everything up before we ever go out on site. We do these two drives were belt drives for underground system. So we do work for the coal mine, so we actually get to go underground and install new equipment underground. I guess that was a quick 20 minutes. So any questions? All right, well, that's it for me. Well, right now we're steadily hiring. Like, I'm in a position right now where I could hire 15, 20 guys at any point, especially people with any kind of electrical experience, electrical, welding, programming, any of those guys. Our standard is 50 hours a week. We work Monday through Friday, 6 to 4:30 is our standard hours. For my guys, for the hourly guys. Now the engineers and programmers, they're on a little bit of a different schedule. They work 8 to 5:30, but the same Monday through Friday, unless you're on rotation for service calls. And then you could get called in on the weekend. Now, as far as for which, you talking about for welding?
Anything like that.
Yeah, we can, say if you're in-house in our fab shop, then we could definitely work part-time around student schedule. It's hard to do in the field, unless you could, say, had a day off and you could work a full day. But as far as, say coming in after lunch or something like that, it's hard to do when you're out on the field projects. A lot of what we do custom built power centers for the mines. I don't know why there's not any pictures in this slideshow, but so fitting, and then we have pipe welders and things like that. So.
What's your starting pay?
It's going to vary by experience, but for the most part, it's just going to be whatever you negotiate. Most of our welders, starting out, they're going to be low 20s to 30, depending on experience, and that's for in-house. Travel's different because if you travel, your schedule's different. So there's a higher rate for the guys that travel versus the guys that are home all the time.
How about for, say, someone from lab economics? What do you pay for them? Same?
Should be, yeah, about in the same ballpark.
What's your degree?
See, that's above my pay grade. I don't know.
All right, so, you said something about service calls. Do you have to go out of state? Do you get per diem or anything?
We do, and with us, you get an option. So, if say we pick up the tab on your hotel, it's $40 a day. Or if you want to pick up, get your own hotel, it's $100 a day. So it's actually a better deal to let us pay for the hotel because we don't make anybody share rooms. You get your own room plus $40 a day, and we won't put in. I wouldn't put any of my guys anywhere that I'm not going to stay. So for the most part, you're at a Hampton, a Hilton, something nice.
Do you limit overtime?
No, not at all. Work as much as you want.
What about like your holidays and stuff like that?
We've got, I think 7 paid holidays. Is that right? And then with us, after your first 6 months, you get a week of vacation instead of having to wait an entire year. And then once you hit your year mark, you got 2 weeks. And 5 years, you get 3. Medical, dental, vision kicks in after 90 days. And then we do an evaluation after 90 days. So after 90 days, you are eligible for your first raise. And then every year on your anniversary date. And as far as I know, they've never told me that there was a cap on that. So as long as you stay, the more you'll make, you get a raise every year.
How do you get a company truck?
All of our foremen have company trucks. They get to drive home, gas cards, credit cards. So. And engineering and programmers, they have a pool of vehicles that a lot of the senior level engineers get their own trucks. They drive home just like our foremen. But other than that, we have a fleet of vehicles that if you needed to go out on a job site, you never drive your personal vehicle anywhere. Everywhere you go is in company trucks. You meet up at the office and you go from there. And all of our company trucks are, most companies have their, billboard tattooed all over the side of them, not us. Ours are all either F-250s or unmarked, and a lot of them are Platinums and King Ranches, and we don't put anybody in the standard white roll-up window truck with the, company name tattooed on the side. Because we spend a lot of time traveling, so you got to be comfortable. Any other questions? All right, well, I guess that's it for me. I don't know who's next, but thank you.
that energy, or even those times. So you should be fine. So you're working weekends, got some change in your pocket, and then it's going to a kind of opportunity. And with that, with your degree and your experience, you're able to apply for state positions, and so that's more money. So, this is entry level. So there are plenty of positions in the company that you can apply for more than $18 an hour. So that is the positions that I have available. We're at the table right here. I'd love to kind of talk to you with information so that if you are interested, you can talk to the specifics. And you just kind of comfortable with the start date. Now I'm going to introduce you all to Ms. Emily.
Hey guys, how many of y'all have heard of TS Tech, Boaz? Probably not. Y'all come around here. You have, so at least I have one. So we do welding as well as assembly. We do the seats for Honda and Volkswagen. We do have entry-level positions available. We have full-time A shift and B shift as well as part-time for both shifts. So for y'all, that would mean if you're, at class all day, you can come in at 6 o'clock and leave by 10. And then who all is into welding or robotics of any kind? All right, so for y'all, that means when you come in entry level, we're doing robotic welding, but by the time that y'all were ready to go permanent with TS Tech, that opens up tech positions for MIG welding as well as tech positions for our robotic welding. On the other end of that, we do have assembly as well, and we have team lead and tech positions open in that as well. So the biggest benefit to y'all would be the part-time, just being able to have your classes throughout the day and then kind of customize that work schedule around that. Just as long as it's under 30 hours, we can get you in and find a schedule that would work for y'all.
And y'all, automotive is never going away. Automotive has always been the backbone, in my opinion, of this country. So when you look at, how things are made, before I started working in manufacturing, I used to think, oh, they're on the shelf, or, oh, we pick up a car. So it's very cool to see things from the very start to the end and how things are manufactured. Now, we're going into this phase with electric vehicle made, so it's only going to ramp up production for those that are interested in those type of maybe hybrid vehicles. But automotive is a solid foundation, as far as when COVID hit and everything shut down. Well, we were still working. It did take a bit of an impact as far as people buying. So we did have a few spurts where we had to kind of slow down production, but we had enough to kind of keep us busy and we knew a lot about, kind of the need on that side. So y'all, I'm telling you, automotive is a very lucrative industry. It is a solid industry, and I learned a lot as far as, you think, hey, I'm all
Yes, yes. Let's talk. Can you hear me okay? We're good? Okay. I'm going to play this video. I kind of play in and talk at the same time, if that's okay, for those who can multitask. Never mind.
No, it's not gonna play. It can't play.
I won't play.
Can't play. Won't play.
Okay. I might need my US.
You think you need to plug it in?
Yeah. What's his name?
She put it
again?
on the desktop?
No.
She put it on here? I thought that's what she was doing. Yeah. Should work then.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Scared the shit out of me again.
You ready, bud? Okay. Oh, I got you. I got you. We'll wait on.
Yeah.
No worries.
That's just the MCs.
All right, is this paramedics?
That's about half. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's about half our job nowadays.
Yep. We only require EMT. Sorry.
So this is paramedics right here? Y'all.
Gotcha.
Wait for those low EMT guys.
Yeah. You guys going to do the ambulance, going to nursing school, going to what do you plan on doing with the medic license? What's that? Ambulance? Gotcha. Just got you, yeah.
Everybody's gotta have a dream.
That's right.
We got cooler trucks.
It's true.
It's true, we don't.
It's true. Still do the medical stuff and then go back home.
Save people's lives and then say,
Yeah, bye. No. No.
don't wish that evil on us.
We like to speak positivity around here. We don't want to talk about that.
No,
guy.
yeah.
Presentation is starting bad already.
It is. This is getting negative really quick.
Yeah, it's very possible that Huntsville's doing it. Himsey, you familiar with Himsey? Himsey is something rough. Not saying anything negative on him. We just been kind of staying a little bit longer on medical calls than we want to. So, but
It is the progression of the fire service. Private services that spend their time and delay transport or delay getting there, and then
yeah,
somebody's gotta step up and take over.
that's very true. Very true.
As big as Huntsville is,
I know.
there's that.
Yep.
How long you guys been with Huntsville?
I'm going on 12 years.
I'm a year in. I'm new.
So, how long's it been? About 7, 8 years since you guys really started running BLS?
We ran, it's been since '06, so it was a little bit before I got there. Yeah. But at first they was running all medical. Now we kind of prioritize them and then run the ones that we actually need to, but of course it's going back to running all of them because I can't get the ambulance there. So, yep. Yep, yep.
He's like so right.
Yeah.
I'll let the cat out of the bag. Some of us are actually fire guys,
Ah, okay. Cool.
so,
Y'all with Coleman Fire or?
yeah, a couple of us are from Coleman.
I got you.
From Hoover. Who else? Come on. Hoover, Warrior, Coleman.
Gotcha. Okay, well, everyone want to come to Huntsville. Are y'all having recruitment issues as well? Yeah,
Everybody is.
yeah. Think it's a generational thing or what? Everybody say that. So,
He's on a helicopter.
yeah. What's that? It's the biggest part is what?
Is the COVID response. And
Yeah.
every day you saw on the news, fire departments, police departments, ambulance services just literally getting their asses handed to them.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I'm watching this every day on the news. Ain't doing that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. We were still having issues a little bit before COVID. I do think COVID made a huge impact on it because we had a lot of guys retire, and I'm sure y'all had the same thing. Just you know, them difficulty breathing calls just went way up, you know. And you have to go in with freaking hazmat suits on, and I mean, I don't know how y'all department do it, but I always tried to do as good as a job as they could as protecting us, but, you know, it's only so much they can do, and, you know, with COVID, you know, you can still be fully deconned and still, you know, catch it, so.
Good thing is, economy stays down.
Yeah, we hoping so. Our other agencies, our police department and our ambulance service are having worse issues than we having, so.
That's one thing that we've done in the downturn in the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Programs like ours, we're starting to see increasing enrollment.
Yep, yep.
But the other bunch isn't gonna be able to make it, they're not retested yet.
I got you. Cool. All right, well, cool. Well, I guess we'll get started. My name is Corey Green, like Miss Bethany stated. This is Julian Knowlton, and like we already stated, I've been going on 12 years, and she's a little over a year. We come to talk about our department. I know you guys have your own department, and not trying to steer you away, but if it don't work out, we'll accept your job application. So with our process, we do you got to take a written exam and a physical exam to get hired on. I'm sure you all familiar with that. After that, you go through about a 6-month process of rookie school. During this rookie school that we actually have in Huntsville, you will get compensated. It's like a Monday through Friday, off on holidays and weekends type gig. And then when you graduate rookie school, that's when you go into your 24-on, 48-off schedule and actually be assigned to a fire truck. Being assigned to a fire truck, a lot of guys, so just to be completely honest, and I'm sure you all are familiar with this as well, they work their 24-on their 48 off. They either own a business, doing something on the side. You know, during rookie school, you get a lot of licenses and certifications. So, you know, there's jobs always offering, you know, AMTs to kind of stand by at different locations and get paid extra on the off days, or, you know, some people just, you know, don't want to do anything at all. So, also, we do we have our fire prevention program. So if you don't like the 24, 48-hour schedule and you want to do 40-hour week schedule, we do our fire prevention. What they do is they kind of do investigations where if we do have a structure fire, they can come in and investigate to see how it happened, get the science behind it, using the scientific method and all that type of stuff. Or during their daytime, they kind of do building inspections, you know, kind of see sprinkler systems are right, and if they got extinguishers and other things of that nature. We do provide a vehicle, cell phones, tablets, all that for those fields over there. We got a pretty good organizational chart as far as promotion goes and all that type of stuff. We actually just had to change some qualifications due to you know, needing more people to promote at a sooner rate because, like you said, Huntsville's growing tremendously fast, and you know, we have to annex more land, and with more land come more people come more protection. So. What am I missing? Let's see. We got a cool hazmat program. If any of you guys are into hazmat, we do our hazmat stuff, and then it's all our technical rescue stuff, with its wilderness, confined space, trench, even hazardous materials. They actually get an incentive, pay a little extra. We had, alongside from that, we got our heavy rescue team, which get called in for special responses, straight overtime. You will have to, you know, maintain certain training hours and all that type of stuff. In Huntsville, we ISO 1, which means we do a significant amount of training. We're kind of proud of our response times and, you know, community efforts and all that type of stuff. For those who don't know, Julian, you want to talk about the turnout gear that we have here? We got our turnouts.
So we have boots and bulletproof pants that put on over your uniform, and then this coat, fire resistant up to 800 degrees, something like that. Walk right into the fire and I can feel it. And we got our helmets. We got the nice traditional style ones. They look pretty cool. And then we got a mask. So some people may think they may have like claustrophobic issues or whatever with mask. I can tell you, after wearing it a few times, like you get used to it real quick, and it definitely protects you. So you definitely want to have it on after a while. At first, you're gonna be like, this is annoying, and then after a while, I like this mask. Sometimes we train with them just to, maintain that awareness and kind of comfortable like feeling with it on. But
And so we bring this because a lot of our females that we try to get hired on, they said, that stuff is so heavy, or, whatever. So we kind of bring it, let them try it on, and they're like, oh, it's not as bad as we thought. Now, of course, we didn't bring the heaviest part, which is the air pack.
okay.
And like I said, with our training ground, I have to commend them. They do a really good job with, I'm sorry. They do a really good job with training our guys and getting them prepared for the certain situations and getting them, ready for all that type of stuff. You put this stuff on so much in rookie school that when you get out, yeah, you get used to it. It's kind of like night and day.
It's probably a total of what, about 75, 80 pounds?
Yeah,
total
somewhere around
when
there.
you're wearing everything?
Yep, we do the hour bottles. Let's see. And actually, with Huntsville, our fire calls actually went down a little bit more. So we're probably about 80, 85% medical, and then the rest maybe fire and other, special responses.
Special rescues.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of like lost hikers and, pretty bad car accidents where we, call in special responses and all type of stuff. But yeah, so that's our spiel. We start off right now, it's about 44, but I think they're actually going through something in the city council just to approve some stuff. And so we're trying to bump it up to about 50 starting out, and or somewhere, maybe 50 or above is what I heard. And it's pretty much in the works right now. We kind of argue with the city council about it, but I think they approved it, so that's a good thing.
Are y'all state retirement or y'all self-insured?
State, yes, sir. And it's a pension, so it's, not like 401k where it can run out or anything. So, retire, get a check for the rest of your life. Of course, like I said, all benefits. We actually have our own, what's it called, like a city clinic, and all our over-counter drugs, everything is completely free. You just schedule an appointment, you get anything for free as far as your medical stuff goes, and that's for you and your family. But we'll watch a short video real quick, and it's only a minute and 30 seconds, and this kind of shows a brief overview of everything we do in our department. And of course, now the world's getting more technical, and so we are as well. We've even advanced to we got drone pilots that we in the fire service now. So like there's certain calls that we can't get a truck to because of Huntsville growing and certain ways that don't have the weight capacity for our trucks. So we'll send a drone over and kind of know what we're getting ourselves into and stuff like that. So all type of stuff, and that's not on here specifically, but I'll give you guys a quick overview of this video, and if you have any questions, you can ask me after this.
One A and one B latitude over the apartment.
I know. I'm like getting chills right now. All right. Anybody got any questions, concerns, thoughts, anything? Right now we have 19. We just got approved for Station 20. They already broke ground on it. So we just, maybe in the next couple of years, we'll have it up and going. Anybody else? We don't provide ALS services now besides our heavy rescue team. So I know you guys are overachievers. But we are looking for, I think, from what I've been hearing, that they are looking to do incentives for paramedics here in the near future. Of course, they got to cross many barriers for that first. So, stop saying that. Leave us alone. But for you guys, like I said, I thank you all for being here, and I have cards and brochures out here on the table. On the back of the brochures, and I'll tell you again out there, on the back of the brochures, our website. Go in there, kind of get a detail of our department. Also, follow us on social media. There's events that if you're in town that guys want to come through and be a part of. We have like station visits and training that you can come watch, and other things. Even our technical rescue stuff, I'll put it on Facebook Live. when they do those JPRs and stuff. And also, there's a card with my information on it. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me at any time. Yes, sir.
Let us know how it is for lateral transfers and the integrity of the department. But
Yes, sir.
I think lateral transfer would be the way to go. If you can pass that along, that would be great.
So we do lateral transfers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we also we give you incentives for that too. So like a lateral transfer won't start off making what the other guys make. So especially when everything gets approved, like I said, when they get that big old bump, laterals, depending on how many years of experience you have, depending on how many grades or how many steps you're ahead of everybody else, if that makes sense starting out. So, for example, if I think it's 1 to 3 years is 1 bump, 3 to 5 years is 2 bumps, 5 to 7 is 3 bumps. Does that make sense? And so on. So,
So rookie school, shorter condensed version for them.
yes, sir. So, if you got all the certifications and things that we offer, I think when you go through a 4-week program, and it's basically showing you how Huntsville do things, and then they go right on shift. So, and like I said, I think like I don't know, you said you're in Hoover, Coleman. Okay, so do y'all do RIT in y'all rookie school or rope? So you got all those. I think yours will be maybe 2 weeks. So a lot of rookie schools don't offer everything that we offer. So just those little classes that they don't have, and all our classes are normally a week long. You would take those classes, and they'll do them special for that person or whoever, and then they go straight on shift after that. I think the only thing is you would have to take a city test. It's basically firefighter knowledge, and and it'd be for seniority basis and stuff like that too. So. Yes, yeah. So everybody will still have to go through the hiring process, and then once you get hired on, that's when you do just the lateral stuff. Yep. Yep. Any other questions? Thoughts?
I'm up on Montesano. I'm about to go downtown to Station 1.
I literally just got promoted
He
to
doesn't know where
captain.
he's going yet.
I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, so I've been stationed at Station 3 though for the past about 3 or 4 years, and that's on the corner of, I don't know if you're familiar with Huntsville, but Jordan Lane and Bob Wallace right there. It's one of the oldest stations in the department. I like it. Give me the firehouse instead of the fire station. You know what I mean?
We had a guy that just left last year. Left around.
Yeah. You talked to him since then?
No, he went to airport.
I got you. Oh, he went to airport. Okay.
Is that name?
I'm curious of how the different departments. Like I did some part-time work. Athens was offering some stuff at for part-time work, and I work. Did you work over there?
No, we're hiring.
Oh, are y'all? Well, now I'm too busy doing this. This is before I did all this. But
I like firefighting so much, I'm going to get a full-time
Yeah.
job and a part-time job doing it.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
But I work for them, so I'm just curious of how different departments do things.
That's cool.
I mean, I'm sure they all have their positives and negatives. You know what I mean? So.
You'd be surprised at night there.
Yeah. Well, man, thank you all for having us. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, concerns, we got a table set out there. Come grab a brochure, come talk to me, or whatever. Yeah. So, thank you all.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
coming down.
How you doing? We're glad to have you today. Up first, we've got Birmingham Freightliner. We're glad to have them today. Y'all give them your attention, okay?
Good morning. My name's JD. We met some of you earlier. We got Jesse here too. We are part of Peach State Truck Center, which is out of Atlanta. We've got 3 locations in Alabama, 9 in Georgia. The Alabama locations are Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Harpersville. We put in our presentation a little bit about our mission and vision. We strive to be the employer of choice and dealer of choice for our customers, employer of choice for our employees. And our why is to make a positive difference in the lives of others. That's something we strive to do every day. It's not easy, but we try. The other part of it pertains more to you guys. We started a technician in training program, or T&T, we calling it. So we hire somebody in as a new tech, no matter what experience you've got, and we walk them through how we want things done, what we expect. So we're looking to further skills and knowledge in the industry. It's on-the-job training to become more productive quicker, teach product and software, create a long-term career, and give basic knowledge of the way we operate as a company, and take the fear out of working for a dealership. It can be pretty high level intensity, and quickness kind of can scare people. So what you'll learn is operations. We're elite support dealer. It's a program that Freightliner puts out. The training systems, Dahmer products, software systems, and some diagnostics overviews. So our operations is, computer softwares, logins. There's so many different things that we got to have to do our job every day. We want to make sure that that's operational up front and everybody knows how to get there. Clocking in and out and keeping track of your own time. Time management is what we do basically as a service department. That's our inventory. And then note and communication training for the techs. We also kind of explain our layout, our shop layout. So we're laid out in 4 different segments. We got Express Team, which is preliminary diagnostics, extended diagnostics, quick repairs less than 6 hours. The repair team is repairs over 6 hours. PMs and inspections, preventive maintenance, contract PMs and DOTs, and then we've got mobile service, where we go out. We're not doing repairs on the side of the road. We're going out to our customers' locations and taking care of them. And then elite support. It's a group of high-performing DTNA dealers delivering superior customer experience in a consistent manner at a good value as experienced by the customer. That's something we've been doing since 2014, and it continues today. So we teach methods like 5S, which is eliminating waste in all processes. So if you're wasting time at the back counter, getting on a part, or getting a part at the back counter, it takes a while to get the job done, that's a waste. So how do we eliminate that? How do we eliminate just being organized and looking for a tool and that type of thing? So that's some of the things we try to practice. So I'm going to turn it over to Jesse on our training systems.
How y'all doing? I'm Jesse. I am the tech trainer at the Birmingham location. Started back in January. I myself was a technician for roughly about 10 years before I started this full time. And basically, like JD was saying, when y'all get hired in, y'all would be under me, and I would walk y'all through diagnostics, troubleshooting to repairs, showing you your service manual, troubleshoot manual, all that kind of stuff, clocking in and out, how to track your time and all that. Let's see, well, this is one of the things that we do. This is our aftermarket resource center, which is our online training. This is where you go and do your Freightliner and Detroit certification training online. Once you complete all this, then you would go to actual instructor-led classes for your certification. Some of the products: Freightliner, Western Star, comes in Detroit. We do some Eaton trans rear ends, and Wabco, Meritor, if y'all are familiar with those as well for brakes and like the on-guard systems and stuff. This right here, Diagnostic Link, this is one of the softwares we use for all Detroit and Freightliner components. Fault codes, programming, parameters, all that good stuff. Here is the top box is Cummins Insight. This is the software we use for all Cummins products. Same thing, fault codes, parameters, programming, the whole 9 yards. And then the bottom is the Wabco toolbox. That's for all of our ABS, on-guard, brake systems and stuff like that. So we have all the software needed to make our jobs a little easier, especially nowadays the way trucks are being built. You know, it's all electronic, sensor driven, and we're fortunate enough to have just about every software that's needed for our company to, like I said, make our jobs easier working on these trucks nowadays. I go through electrical too, so I try to help break down the basics of electrical and give a better understanding, because I know even when I first started, electrical was a struggle, but luckily I had the right guy teach me how and how to better understand it, and that's what I try to do as well. So we do electrical work. It's not that bad. You just gotta, once you learn it, you'll learn to like it. This is one of our engines, the DD15 that we see just about every single day, multiples a day. This is one of the many engines that we get to work on. I actually have one of these on a stand at the shop that I'll walk my new techs through. I'll let them break it down, build it back up, if they need it for a reference or anything like that. So I have a physical engine in shop, and I have a Cummins engine as well. It's still all whole, one piece, all assembled. So we'll use it for, like I said, references, and any downtime or spare time we go hands-on with it, break it down, build it back up kind of thing. Just give everybody a better understanding of it. After treatment, obviously all of our diesel trucks been in after treatment since about 2010. So I do have an after treatment basics class as well that I teach and go through. And like I said, all this is just to give a better understanding of how all this stuff works, and once again, just make all of our jobs easy as possible being a tech, because being a tech is tough enough, right? We do fuel system diagnostics. I got a class through it as well. And as far as oil system diagnostics as well. So also I build, like this says, build a video library on how to perform certain repairs, such as a PM. So I actually have videos made up of step-by-step doing a PM, after treatment work, diagnostics, stuff like that. So when y'all come in, y'all are not just completely blinded on how we expect y'all to do things. I'm here to help with that and walk you through it, and you may stick with me for 3 months or a year. It's all depending on how everything's flowing. I believe that's a little video presentation of it. Showing you the grease points on the slack adjuster is all it was. So I got tons of videos on stuff like that. And that was it. I appreciate it.
We thank you. And that's one thing we wanted to kind of let y'all know. You go through school now, you're still going to go through and learn every day at a dealership. And that's one thing that we want somebody to come in that's willing to learn and do better and strive to do better. So we appreciate your time. If you got any questions, you can ask us. If you're interested in a career with us, there's a link. So thank you.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Good. Hey, my name's Marcus Mara. About 25 years ago, I sat in the same seats that y'all are sitting in, not at this school, but at a different tech school. Went to work straight out of a tech school at a Mac dealership in Tuscumbia, Alabama, and have been there ever since. Currently, I serve as Parts and Service Director for Alabama for Nextran. We've got dealerships all over the United States, as we're about to get into just a little bit. I do want to kind of go through a slideshow with y'all, but one of the first things that we're going to look at, we've got a guy that started, about a year and a half ago?
About a year and 9 months.
So about 2 years ago, that came out of a tech school, and he's going to talk to y'all just a little bit. I like how the video started there, but anyways.
What I'm doing here is Mike from Madison, Alabama, Nextran. I just wanted to go over a few reasons why I think Nextran is a great company to work for. If I was coming out of tech school, I would definitely pick Nextran again. One of the main reasons is career development. They're super up to send you to schools. You have so much opportunity for growth. Everybody here, the older techs and the foremen, they all have, mass amounts of knowledge that they're willing to give you. Another reason why I love Nextran is it's a very family atmosphere. Everybody is like family. Everybody's always joking around. We're getting the job done still, but we're having a good time at work, which is a very important thing to have in a company. Another thing is pay. Pay is good. They have the incentive program as well. So if you get a certain amount of proficiency, it goes towards a percentage toward your labor sales. So you can make a ton of money off that if you're willing to work hard. Another great thing is flexibility. I've never had, a doctor's appointment. I've never had, a family issue, and I've never had an issue trying to get off here. They've always been more than willing to let me work with me. Another great thing would be that they care about their employees. I've worked here a year and 8 months now, and I've never felt like they didn't care about me or, treat me with, the respect that, employees deserve. Another thing, this is probably the last thing, is they are super valued, they value performance a lot, right? So we have like these WWE Fun Wrestling belts where we have, a top efficiency earner or top labor sales earner. You get a full wrestling belt for that month, and it's kind of, we can talk crap to each other and make the workplace even more fun. So those are the reasons why I would take Nextran if I was coming out of tech school again. Thank you. I hope everybody has a great day.
All right, so just kind of going through a little bit, and I hope most of you's got one of these folders off of our table out there. This basically goes over everything that's on this slideshow, but our pledge and our mission with Nextran has to do with our customers. In this industry, if we're not servicing our customers, then we're going to fail ultimately. And that's in really any industry, any business that we get into. We have to be about our customers. It has to be customer oriented. And doing that rolls right into taking care of our customers to taking care of our employees. And we feel that if we take care of our employees, then they're going to be more out to take care of our customers and do a good job for them and all of that. So part of our pledge is, that our employees, that we want them to have is we act with a sense of urgency. We operate with integrity, being truthful, being, not trying to cheat people, but being truthful about the things we do. We're innovative. We embrace the technologies. Technology is a growing thing. It's always changing. Probably most of us sitting here has one of these in our pocket. And this is a computer we carry around with us every day. I don't even know what iPhone I have now, but you know what? It's out of date already. They're coming out with a new one. When you buy a computer, in a couple weeks, there's going to be one that's bigger and better. So we always try to do the best technologies, not always the latest, but what works best. And so that's very important, I think, that we use that. When I started out 25 years ago, technology was a very slim thing in the trucking industry. It was more about getting dirty, getting greasy, knowing how to do that kind of stuff, which that is still true today, but the computer side of it, the technology side of it has grown, and it's only going to grow greater as time goes on. This new push of electric vehicles, you think of Tesla and what they're doing in the automotive industry. Well, Mack, Volvo, all the other OEMs, they're all pushing and coming out with new electric vehicles and all of that. So there's always going to be technology that's going to be involved in that. We try to stay optimistic and have great attitudes, and we want people to grow, to learn, to better themselves. We never want somebody just to stay stagnant. So we encourage that. And at the end of the day, we want our employees to be successful in whatever that your dream, whatever your passion is, to be successful in that. And we want to be an avenue and to be a help in doing that, not to be a hindrance, but to be a help. So just a little bit, we came up with the wording of a toolbox of benefits, things that we offer. And I'm not going to talk about each one of these. You've probably heard a lot of these, but one of the things that we have implemented is a tool ownership program. And basically what that is, we will, for guys coming out of tech school, as full-time employees, we will offer up to $3,000 in tools. There is some commitment that has to be made with that, but that is our pledge and what we're going to do, and I think that's very important there. Again, when I came out 25 years ago, I came out with student loans that I had to pay. I came out with needing to buy $15,000 worth of tools. Companies back then did not offer anything to assist in that. You were basically on your own. Times have changed, and thankfully they have. So companies are a little more aggressive in that, and it's a really good opportunity to get your foot in the door and get some of the necessary things that you got to have. We also provide paid OEM tech training with our OEMs that we deal with, which in Alabama is mainly Mack and Volvo. We do have stores in other areas of the country that have Ford, have GMC, have Ottawa, Isuzu, many different OEMs that we deal with in different parts of the country. Paid time off, company paid holidays, professional growth. There again, that's with the training. The career paths, we have professional level, master level, multiple ways of progressing your career, competitive pay. The insurances, all the insurance that you can really think of, NextTran offers. Dental, vision, health, short-term, long-term, life insurance, AFLAC, accidental insurance, all of that stuff we offer. We do. Also, if you're an employee of us, we have a life insurance that the company pays for you as well. You can add to that, and of course, it's based on age and all that. But we have drug programs where some medicines are very expensive, and I know probably most of you sitting in here with your age range, medicines don't play into your mind a lot, but as you get older, you have to start taking medicine. And just recently, I was put on a medicine that was going to cost about $500 a month. So through our drug program, the particular medicine they was putting me on, it was listed on our drug program. I get it free. I don't pay a dime for it. So that's a good thing. We have relocation assistance. We want to recognize our employees. Mike, the guy that done the video, one of the ways that we recognize, and he mentioned this, was the WWE championship belts that we have in our shops that we give out. And this is just in Alabama that we do this, but it's a regional thing. But they're real leather, metal WWE championship belts that they get to put on their toolbox. They can wear them. They can do whatever they want to with them for the month, and then it goes to the next person the next month, or whoever had the highest sales and proficiency. So a lot of that is great. We are huge, and I'll get into some of the locations in a little bit, but we have 25 dealerships in 7 states. NexTran has been in existence for over 28 years, and we believe in investing in our team. In addition to competitive pay and excellent benefits, NexTran provides our technicians the opportunity, training, and tools to achieve your goals. It's not always about what our goal is, but we have to look at what your goal is in life, and we want to be a part of that to help you grow and to achieve those goals. We have competitive pay that is based on skill level, training, with pay increases and bonuses that come along with those, with that training. We have a proficiency bonus program that I'm not going to get into the inner workings of it, but just to kind of give you an idea, it is possible to make more than $10 an hour extra above what your base pay is. Last month, just to give you an example, the guy that was on the video, he made $11 and some odd cents more than what his base pay was through the proficiency program. That's not saying that everybody does that. Everybody does not do it. I wish everybody done it. Some guys are $2, some guys are $4, some guys are $5. It's based on your performance. So it's a really good program. It drives to do better work for our customers. It drives you to be better and to be able to do more for you. Beyond turning wrenches, NexTran offers a lot of opportunities. Not everybody in this room is probably going to be a technician when you get out of school. When I went to school, I graduated with a lot of guys. There are a lot of them that are not techs, that never was techs, that never went into that field. They went different directions, or they went into it, didn't make it. So there's a lot of avenues in this field to stay within the diesel side of things, or the commercial trucking side of things within our stores. We have parts departments, we have body shop technicians, we have truck sales, rental and leasing. You know, there's many other things, and so there is a great opportunity in parts. A lot of times guys that are mechanically minded, that have been to tech schools, you've got that knowledge, turn into great parts guys. I've got Keith Carter here with us today. He's our parts manager in our Birmingham store. I'm going to turn it over to him for just a minute and let him kind of talk a little bit about the parts side, and then we'll finish up here in just a minute.
Good morning. I just want to talk to y'all a little bit about the parts side. I mean, we all know the diesel tech end of the world's never going to go away. So what fails on the truck? Why do we need techs? The parts fail. Okay? So if you're a tech and you're trying to acquire a part, you want a good parts guy to know what he's talking about. So we're always looking for that next guy, okay? We don't have a lot of turnover in our parts areas, as most dealerships don't. They find that it's a good career. You know, you're still in the diesel tech world, you're still in the truck world, you're still involved with mechanics and all, but you're not the one really physically turning the wrenches. But there's great opportunity there, and no means are we trying to talk you out of what your career path is, or what you're looking for, or what your dream is. But just to let you know, there is other opportunities if you have somewhere decided that, hey, I may not want to turn wrenches, I may want to do something else, but I want to stay in this field. So just keep that in mind. There's always opportunity there. As Marcus said, there's body shop, there's truck sales, there's all that. But the parts guys are as important to a technician is good tools to work with. If the guy can't get him the right part to fix the truck, he can't meet proficiency, or he has a hard time meeting it, you know, and it just causes all kind of other issues. So just keep that in mind. I just want to speak just a minute to you that, you know, if you think, you know, for some whatever reason, you know, and it could be the simplest thing of health, or you've changed your mind, or something else, there's other opportunities besides diesel tech. You know, this world's always going to need diesel techs. Even in the electric vehicle world coming out, you know, it's coming to our industry somewhere down the road. Somebody still got to work on them. Somebody still got to supply parts for them. Somebody's got to fix them when they wreck. Somebody's got to set them. So, you know, there is multiple areas to think about with your knowledge. You know, you get your knowledge here, it makes great parts guys, makes great techs, you know. But just wanted to kind of put that thought in your head. If any of you are interested in that career path, that door's open too. Those guys are getting hard to find as techs are. You know, that, and it's the same as Marcus said, it's all revolving around this right here a lot now, you know. I mean, I've been doing the parts business 42 years, all truck parts. Now we're selling companies laptops, computer programs, you know, electronic parts, stuff that even 15 years ago you wouldn't sell, but now you better have somebody that knows how to do that, because that's part of our trucks. So. Not just in the Mike Volvo world, but everywhere. So, but just wanted to take a minute to give you that thought that there's opportunity there to reach out to us, and the same thing, you can scan the QR code, put in apps on that side, the part side too, as well as the diesel tech. So, thank you, and we'll give it back to Marcus.
Thank you, Keith. So just real quickly, in closing, we're about out of time, but that's where all of our locations are with NextTrans. So I know a lot of times guys are in tech school, they want to stay back close to home, but sometimes you want to go, you want to branch out. So we've got offerings all over the United States. As you can see, I'm not going to go through each one of those cities and states, but and NextTrans is only growing. You know, we're planning on growing within the next 5 years to more stores. So, but anyways, at this time, I will ask: has anybody got a question that you'd like to ask, or anything while we're standing here that you maybe didn't get to ask us when we were out at the table? Yes, sir.
At the, you guys said that you have a dealership over here in Madison.
Yes.
What do you guys mainly do over at the Madison dealership?
Joseph is our service manager at Madison. I'll let him answer that question.
Yeah, so we are, you know, a Mack and Volvo dealership there. Obviously, we do not have a body shop there, but we are a Cummins dealer as well. So we do anything and everything pretty much. We don't do fabrication work, but anything on the mechanical side, from oil changes all the way to motor rebuilds, transmission rebuilds, anything along those lines, we do.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you guys for your time today. Appreciate it so much.
Robin just went to go grab something real quick, and then we'll get started. Is everybody in here in the diesel tech program? Anybody in welding? Nope, all diesel tech, perfect. Perfect. Love that. We have a body shop division, so love it. Ready? Does anybody know about Southland? Have y'all heard of Southland before? Show of hands, who's heard of Southland before? Perfect. Well, just a little bit about Southland. We are homegrown in Alabama. We are a family-owned business. We've been in the business of international dealership as well as just the heavy-duty trucking industry for over 50 years. We have over 250 employees across the state with 7 locations across the state. So we have 4 locations in Birmingham. That's our body shop, our trailer division. We have our Homewood dealership, and then we have our IDA lease, IC bus, and rental lease program as well. We have 3 other dealerships. We have one in Huntsville, we have one in Montgomery, and one in Tuscaloosa. So we are very broad. We try to cover all of our bases in the state. With one expansion coming soon. We have another location that's coming in Montgomery in the near future.
Okay, my turn. With Southland, can I give you these?
So with Southland being a dealership in Alabama, we're also part of one of the largest dealer networks in the US with Navistar Incorporated. And what we'd like to show you as well is that you're not going to just get involved with a dealership. You're getting involved in something that is much bigger. So we're going to show you our S13 integrated powertrain. That is the launch of our latest engine that Navistar Incorporated, which we form part of, is actually manufacturing themselves. And they have a location here in Huntsville where the powertrain will be produced. So to give you an idea.
Oh, hang on. Let me go back.
To explain to you basically is that if you work for a dealership within Southland, you're not just working for one dealership, you're working for something that is much bigger. And the expectation is that you work with a corporation that has a larger footprint, and you guys will be at the forefront. Basically, that what you saw today, that's what you'll be responsible for. Okay, next up.
That's our boys. Aren't they handsome? Look at them, such handsome chaps.
So with the technicians, so we are currently taking applications for Class A, B, C technicians, diesel tech. So with our Class A, B, and C, we offer sign-on bonus. We have required certifications for each classification. So whichever classification you fall under, you'll have a sign-on bonus with that. But if you are not quite there yet, you want to have some additional trainings. We offer incentivized training. So that means if you complete a Cummins training, you complete Allison training, you want to focus on HVAC, you complete that training. Anything along those lines, we will incentivize those trainings, meaning you will get a pay bump each time you complete those trainings. One thing we are currently in the works on is our diesel tech development program. So we are currently building a program to allow people like yourselves to come on board. Say you want to do a part-time where you're in class sometimes, but you want to be in the dealership the other part of the time. We will handle those trainings in-house as well. One other thing is our electrical. So if you want to focus on electrical, that's another side of it. With international, like Robin was saying, Navistar offers such a broad perspective of what you actually can and cannot do within this field. So the sky is the limit. There is no limit. And on that, we're going to chat a little bit about electrical. So would you mind playing that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
For years, the world has been looking forward to electric vehicles. And now, they're here. There's a big question on the horizon. What's next? Well, we have the answer. It's not only in our DNA, it's in our name. Next E-Mobility Solutions by Navistar. We've got our eyes on the future, and it's filled with zero-emission vehicles. If you're wondering how to get there, don't worry, we've got your back. Built around the 5 C's: consulting, charging, constructing, connecting, conserving. We not only specialize in helping customers with their fleet electrification journey, we specialize in simply helping customers. We've got a full team of e-mobility specialists that are willing and able to guide you every step of the way, from discussing your long-term goals to finding grants that can help you build the custom electric fleet that fits you best. And when it comes to technology, do you even have to ask? Our on-command technology puts your fleet in the palm of your fleet manager's hand. Using our app or online dashboard, they can keep an eye on battery charge, safety, and location down to the parking spot, so you're 100% in control. You want to know what's next? We just told you.
Okay, so we know electrical vehicles is coming, and at Southland we're actually currently selling electrical trucks in our MV series, the E-series. From that perspective, Navistar really gives us an amazing platform and infrastructure. And we're going to start with some charging stations at some of our dealerships. And once again, you will be in the nitty-gritty of working with these electrical vehicles. We're going to a lot of expense to make sure that all of our dealerships where we maintain and service these vehicles will be up to standard, state of the art, and you'll have the best at your fingertips. So very exciting, the next wave that's coming through that we're seeing today. Okay. Oh, an IC bus, yes. So we don't just do electrical vehicles in the truck, but we also do the IC school bus as well. Right. Perfect. Thank you. So what we have to offer, I won't go through each individual things, but at Southland, we try to offer an array of benefits that can cover any of your bases. So from your generic health, dental, vision, all the way down to company-paid life insurance. So we try to cover all bases. Like I said, I won't go into too much of it, but that's just a quick list of everything that we have to offer. So future opportunities. So like I said, we have 7 locations across the state. Our main focus today was going to be our body shop with collision repair and our diesel tech program, as well as trailer/welding. So we have options from sales to IC bus sales to working specifically on an IC bus or used truck. We have long-term, short-term rental lease, new and used truck sales, or trailer sales, excuse me, part sales, warehousing, body shop, administrative roles, and tech. So if you get in the tech field and you decide, hey, it's really not what I thought it was going to be, we have plenty of options to choose from. We love Southland. It's basically our home away from home. So we try to get as many people to build up within the company as possible. So last but not least, okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
This is the new International Truck, a company that's moving forward, setting a new course for the road ahead. We are driven by a mission of uptime, with the best product quality in our history. and the industry's newest lineup that puts drivers first. Trucks designed for maximum endurance. Trucks that drivers want to drive. Trucks that deliver with their brawn and their brains. And a new engine born with uptime in its DNA. The new International truck is moving forward with on-command connection, better connected solutions that improve productivity and reduce operating costs. And through a dealer network that's second to none today and committed to the relentless pursuit of getting better. From connected technologies that accelerate service write-ups to new ways of thinking that improve service dwell times. North America's largest dealer network is determined to remain its best. The new International truck is focused on the road ahead, exploring new solutions, emerging technologies, and connected innovations. And with the global alliance with Traton, we are more determined to charge ahead than ever before. International truck, leading the change, reshaping the future. The new International truck has emerged, and we're taking uptime to a whole new level.
Okay.
Perfect. So I'm Rachel. I'm the director of HR for Southland. So I cover all 7 of our locations. So this is my contact information, as well as April, who is actually in the back. Of April, if you want to wave. She is our director of service for our Huntsville location. So like I said, we do have 7 locations. Feel free to reach out to me. You can, any and all locations are available. So any questions? None?
If you ask a good one, you get a hat.
No. I'll give a hat to someone who can guess where Robin's from.
Oh,
Who's the first to say South Africa? There you go. What's your question?
What's the starting pay and how much will that increase over time?
So our starting rate of pay is between $20 and $36 an hour, depending on your certification. So like I said, if you have no experience whatsoever, then it would start at that $20, and then as you go over your certifications, it would go up each time. So there's really not a cap. As long as you're continuing your improvements, we'll continue to improve ours. You are, sir? I only got one more hat, but whoever.
So do you get like international specific training?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So y'all go through all that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
but we also, just to interject,
Yeah.
we don't just do international. We only sell the international brand in the IC bus, but when it comes to our service, maintenance, parts, it's all makes, all models. So then you are not focusing only on international, but you will have a large component of international as well.
Yes. But like I said, we'll do incentivized training, so anything and everything you want to do, we will help you get there. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank y'all for your time. We appreciate it.
And one more thing, if you pop around to our table, we do have a QR code at our table. If you're interested in any of our positions at any of the locations, you can pop over there and just take a snapshot of that, scan it, and it's on your phone. Alternatively, we have some contact details as well that you guys can pop in your pocket. But thanks for taking the time to listen to us. Cheers.
Thanks, y'all.
Where's my... Oh, you got it.